The ID and identity verification confirms your identity by reading data from a government ID, validating its genuineness and currency, and matching its photo to a live image of your face. You'll need a valid, in-date, government-issued photo ID, such as a passport, national ID card, or driving license, along with a device that has a working camera. Ensure good lighting, keep the document undamaged, and hold it flat so all four corners on the photo are clearly visible. A secure link guides you through photographing both sides of your ID, then taking a short live photo of your face. This process takes a few minutes, and once submitted, no further action is required. This check confirms your declared residential address against authoritative records and provided documents. You'll need your full address and proof of residency. Submit these via a secure link. Verification runs in the background. This process typically takes 3 to 5 minutes of your active time. The CV check compares your curriculum vitae against findings from other screenings to identify any inconsistencies, omissions, or unsupported claims. You'll need to provide a current, complete CV in a standard format like PDF or Word, covering the screening period. Ensure all dates, job titles, employer names, and education entries are accurate. You submit your CV through a secure upload, and the comparison is performed against other check results. You'll only need to respond if a follow-up clarification is required. This process typically takes just 1 to 2 minutes to upload your CV. Our gap check meticulously examines the timeline of your CV to confirm there are no unexplained gaps, overlaps, or missing periods between roles, studies, or other activities. You'll need a complete, dated CV covering the full screening period, along with brief explanations for any non-working intervals such as travel, caregiving, or parental leave. You submit your CV and explanations via a secure link. If an unaccounted gap is identified, you may receive a short follow-up question. Otherwise, no further action is needed. This check usually takes 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the number of gap explanations you provide. The LinkedIn profile check reviews your professional profile to ensure consistency with your CV and other screening findings. You'll need a current LinkedIn profile, or a URL to one visible to the screener. It's important to ensure your roles, employment dates, education, and skills are up to date, as these will be cross-referenced. You provide the link to your LinkedIn profile through a secure submission. The review then runs in the background, and you will only be contacted if a discrepancy requires clarification. This process typically takes just 1 to 2 minutes to provide your profile URL. The Right to Work check confirms your legal authorization to be employed in the country where you've applied for work. You'll need a document establishing your right to work, such as a passport, residence permit, work visa, or an EU, EEA national ID. Ensure the document is undamaged, in date, and be ready to share clear images of all relevant pages. You upload the document through a secure link, and its validity and the work rights it conveys are verified. If anything further is needed, such as a follow-up document or visa clarification, you will be contacted directly. This typically takes 3 to 5 minutes to photograph and upload your document. Our certification validation confirms your professional certifications, licenses, or memberships are genuine, valid, and held in your name. You'll need the full name and issuing body of each certification, its number, and issue, expiry dates. Have a clear copy ready for evidence. You submit the list and supporting copies through a secure link. The screener contacts each issuing body or queries its public register. If direct information is needed from you, you'll be contacted. Otherwise, it proceeds. This typically takes 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how many certifications you submit. The education verification confirms institutions attended are accredited and qualifications obtained on declared dates. For each qualification, you'll need the institution's full name, attendance dates, qualification awarded, and field of study. Have a diploma, certificate, or transcript ready as evidence, noting some may require a signed release. You submit study details through a secure link. The screener contacts each institution or queries the National Register. If a signed release or reference number is needed, you'll be contacted. otherwise, no further input is required. This typically takes 5 to 10 minutes, plus time for any release forms. Our employment verification confirms with each previous employer that you held the declared position, on the specified dates and in the stated role. For each employer, you'll need the full company name, your job title, start and end dates, and an authorized contact. Some employers, especially outside the EU, require a signed authorization, so be ready to provide one. You submit your employment history and contact details through a secure link. The screener contacts each employer or their verification provider. If a signed release is requested, you'll be contacted directly, otherwise, the process proceeds in the background. This typically takes 5 to 10 minutes, plus time for any release forms. Our trade license and directorship check queries official commercial and trade registers to confirm which legal entities you currently hold, or previously held, a directorship, shareholding, or trade license in. No additional information is required from you beyond the basic identifying details collected at the start, such as your full name, date of birth, nationality, and any countries where you may have business interests. No documents are needed. The check runs in the background against official commercial registers, with no active step required from you. If a finding needs clarification, for example, a former role that may no longer be active, you may receive a short follow-up question. No active time is required from you for this check. The reference check obtains a structured reference from people you've nominated who can speak independently about your professional conduct. For each referee, you'll need their name, job title, current employer, professional email, and phone number, plus a note on how they know you. Ensure each is independent and aware they'll be contacted. You submit referee details through a secure link, then they are contacted with structured questions. Your active involvement concludes once details are submitted, though a reminder to your referees can expedite the process. This typically takes 5 to 10 minutes to enter their contact details. Our social media screening searches a broad range of public social media platforms for content that could indicate reputational, conduct, or compliance risk, with human analyst review. Nothing additional is required from you beyond the basic identifying information from the start of screening, plus any usernames or handles you commonly use. This is sufficient to locate your public profiles. You are never asked to grant access to private accounts. The check runs in the background using only publicly visible content, with no active step required from you. If anything needs context, you may receive a brief follow-up question. Otherwise, the check completes without further input. No active time is required from you for this check. The criminal check obtains or verifies entries on your official criminal record from the national authority of each country where you've lived or worked during the screening period. You'll need a full list of these countries and a valid government ID or national ID for each, as many require personal authentication. Some jurisdictions may ask you to log into a national portal yourself, so ensure ID credentials are active. You receive country-specific instructions through a secure link, either signing consent or logging in to submit the extract. Each country's step is short and guided, taking a few minutes per country, up to 10 to 15 minutes if you log in yourself. This Czechia-only verification obtains a comprehensive credit report from public and banking registers. You'll provide basic information and sign a consent form. The process runs in the background, taking just 2 to 3 minutes.